Amazon just wiped out hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap. So right now, the big question is this a buying opportunity or a warning sign for our investments into Amazon, as well as our funds that are heavily weighted into it? Because when a company like this moves, it impacts those funds and the market as a whole. So let's take a look at what's happening with Amazon and how I'm looking at it as a long-term investor. Here's a quick look at their earnings results from earlier this week. And now back to a look at how Amazon sold off this week. Down almost 12% right now. And this is on the 5-day. Down 5.55% today. And this is not because of poor revenue, but instead because of their spending expectations. Let's run through a key number. $200 billion is the Amazon's projected capital spending plan. So this amount is tens of billions more than analysts expected in spending. This is why Amazon is looking like this. They're worried about the expenses tied to the growth and what this is going to look like in the short term. More spending now equals more pressure on profits right now. And this is what Wall Street hates when there's uncertainty. They want to have an understanding of the company's profit margins and not have fear of how their spending is going to impact the bottom line. It's been a rough week when it comes to the stock market, but it's Friday and things have turned around to the point that the Dow has hit 50,000 for the first time. And the company that we are taking a close look at today, Amazon, is the worst performing stock in the Dow right now. And when it comes to those indices, the NASDAQ and S&P also closed in the green. So Amazon is one of the largest companies in the US when it comes to market cap. And so it's heavily weighted in many funds that I invest into. For example, VOO. It comes in fourth as far as the top companies that you're getting exposure to. So I do both. So I like to stay in tune with what's driving the market so that I can continue to have confidence in what I'm holding long term, especially when it comes to those individual stocks. Now, I've been investing into Amazon for several years now, and even with the stock price dropping over 12%, now taking a look at the month performance, I'm still up 39%. So as a long-term investor into Amazon, I have to be in tune with what's going on. AWS is still growing. Their ad revenue is solid. Of course, they're a top contender when it comes to e-commerce. And now this company wants to focus on their AI infrastructure with big spending right now. Those returns might take time. And so we're seeing the market reaction. So I'm an investor, not a trader. And so going through something like this doesn't have me in a panic. When it comes to Amazon, you can ask yourself questions like, are they losing relevance? And the answer is no. The money that they're putting into AI is them thinking long term. As a shareholder, we have to deal with the volatility. So when it comes to my portfolio, I'm in no rush to cut Amazon from it. So I'd be fine with holding and seeing where this investment is in 10 years. So whether it's Amazon or any individual stock or fund, ask yourself key questions. Assess why this stock movement is occurring. We know when it comes to Amazon, this drop is about AI build-out costs. Not that the business is having any struggles, and that matters. Remember that companies like Amazon hold major weight and are going to be one of the top holdings in many S&P 500 growth ETFs. So it's a company that most likely you're going to own somewhere throughout your investment portfolio. So when the stock market gets like this, I always like to give the encouragement to not panic sell, understand what's going on, and then evaluate if this might be that buying opportunity. If this is something that you want more of in your portfolio, set those limit orders or watch the charts, set your alerts, and DCA more heavily or add a share depending on what your budget will allow for. I put the work into deciding what I want to incorporate in my portfolio, and so I'm holding through the volatility. I surely won't be selling any investments when it comes to these Mag 7 companies, especially while they're in the red, even though my positions for most are deep enough into profit that I don't feel it. Microsoft might be the only one that is a newer position and I'm slightly down on. So let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. Are you an investor into Amazon? Did you take this week as a buying opportunity? I was able to add some to my position between about $200 and $206. So if you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, check out my referral links, and I hope you have a great weekend. Let's continue to invest with intention and never panic sell. Have an understanding of what's going on in the stock market. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.